Nizovska village, or river, near it at least. This river flows through Polyod Ridge. Someone in Pokcha village told me that the river was formed from the tears of Polyud. Sounds like a tall tale. Okay, last spot before we reach our main goal.
Gloomy windmill arms creak in the distance, parting the pre-dawn fog. The shadow of an owl passes overhead. It crosses your path, a bad omen, since man's path and man's destiny are as one. Yet, could it be it was trying to point you somewhere?
Oh, I want to follow the owl. I'm going to follow the owl.
You come upon a swamp and stop at its border. It is dangerous to continue onward. You turn to go back and notice a devil's finger beneath your feet.
Is that going to be some sort of fungus? Devils periodically shed their claws so that new ones can grow, sharper and stronger. Their discarded fingers turn to stone and have healing properties. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, that's a new one of these. So that's just a permanent +4 health. +4 max health as long as we have it on our item slot. That's really nice, actually. I'm stuck here. You good to just go now? We have 2 more slots opened up. Chud's Forest or Gorodishensky Ravine. I don't know if we'll automatically get stuck out of going to these if we go to the windmill, so I'm going to go here first. It's said that the Chud lived here, a dangerous and unholy place. The ravines are death traps at night. Falling into one will surely leave you crippled. Set off.
You meet 2 travelers from Bigichi village who are on their way to the fields. The 3 of you continue on your journey together. Near the mouth of a chasm, one of them jokingly tries to shove you into the pit.
Ah, yes, joking. Attempted murder. Hit them. Tempted to hit them. Let's try laughing it off.
You play along, thinking it was meant in jest. However, a moment later, it stops being funny. The peasant is inhumanly strong.
This is a bad idea. I should have punched him.
You go tumbling down off the edge of the chasm. You come to your senses.
I should have punched him.
A narrow ravine. The trees rustle loudly in the wind.
Why did I think, joke? Why did I decide to go with it? I wanted to punch the dude. I should have let myself punch the dude. Oh yeah, I was expecting to take some health damage from that one. Finally, Chud's Forest. The Chud probably lived here at one time, as the forest name would suggest. Old Chud bronze plaques aren't hard to find around here. To come across one, however, is a bad omen. After all, they weren't made by Christian hands.
You walk around the windmill and approach the Chud forest. The grim silence envelops you. The only sound you hear is of the fir branches, whispering in the morning fog. Suddenly, you see a swarm of chorts flying out of the side of the building, gleefully throwing around pieces of the windmill's
hit my mic.
machinery.
Let's check the debris.
The short swarm dives into the gloom with a chorus of angry screams. As the forest sinks into silence, you inspect the windmill's debris. Among some wooden logs and mechanical parts, you find a small sack of flour.
Once again, I'm so confused how we're just magically turning food stuff into money. Like, it doesn't make much sense. Also, I should probably check. How much would it cost to make new copies of some of these spells? Of some of these pages we've got? I can't make new stuff. Oh, can I only... I can adjust my, I can adjust what pages I'm using in my book at any time, but it looks like I can't make new pages unless I'm at home. Okay, that's good to know. So, I'll head home. I can't actually head home at any point. Apparently I can only head home after I'm done with the mission. Okay, that makes sense. Let's head to the windmill. We'll get a Belichka and an encyclopedia page. Stands at the border of worlds, between the village and the forest. It is said that the miller is a Koldun himself, but not as strong as old Igor. Okay. I mean, he does have a chore working for him instead of just like a spirit. This place is a bit beat up.
Branches part, and an
We're down
old
there.
mill stands before you. This place is filled with legends and stories from the surrounding villages. Those who visited this place at dusk, or worse, at night, speak of dark phantoms in the windows of the mill, of sudden gusts of wind and other devilry. It is what they call a bad place.
Look around. Okay. I was actually just starting to have the realization that we had gameplay like this during the like opening sequence and as we became a Khuldoon and afterwards. We had like this where we're like clicking, it's like a point and click, we're moving around, we're collecting stuff. But then we had a lot of travel scenes like the ones we just went through.
It's a carrier log. It's used to turn the mill. The old wood creaks in the wind.
But
you can climb inside using
go on,
the log.
finish up.
There is a small hole in the wall.
But like we had this like movement click and point thing, but then we just started going through those like choices, like sort of visual novel-esque like choices, interspaced with card battles.
The old windmill is creaking from the cold wind. It is not so often that you see this kind of mill in Cirdan Uyezd.
Go back. But I was curious how often we were going to see like this gameplay, and it seems like this might be reserved for like main quest line locations. And then
it's hard
we'll
to
do.
see anything in the dark gloom of the night. Nevertheless, you feel your eyes getting used to the darkness. The black book may be aiding you. Amidst the thick grass, you spot an old axe, its blade covered with rust.
But yeah, we'll see. That gives us 1 extra health. This axe might fall apart at any moment, but it should be good enough for at least 1 more strike. Excuse me. I was expecting a weapon to do extra damage, not get extra health, but sure, why not? But, like, main quest locations we'll get to move around and, like, explore like this, but it seems like there's going to be a lot of movement, like the map we just saw.
The mill is old. Some wood has rotted through, making more windows. You approach and try to open the door. It's closed. The lock is as old as the mill. 1 good strike with something heavy, and it will break.
Huh. Do we waste the break herb? No. Break the lock with an axe. Or we go through the back window we saw and we save the axe for if we need to break anything else. Plus it just gives us an extra health anyway, so it may be good just to keep
It's
it.
a carrier log.
Let's climb
You try
inside.
to clamber up, but your
Ow.
misstep leads to a painful fall. Another attempt, and you are safe inside.
Thanks, game. What have we got? Wheel.
What kind of will has been placed here by the miller? Is it an ornament or something else?
Interesting.
Some kind of will has been placed
What have we
here
got?
by
We got the
miller.
grindstones.
The grindstones are still, but the blades of the mill are turning.
Mm-hmm. I said, like that made sense. No, that
Shorts
doesn't.
here must be completely out of control if they were able to damage a windmill like that.
Interesting.
Grindstones are still, but the blades of the mill are turning.
Hold on. Anything else in this room? Are those actual eyes looking through the darkness? Or, oh yeah, they just blinked. Yeah, that's one of the demons. Let's go upstairs. What else have we got? Do we see any more eyeballs? Not immediately. Chest. Where are these demons
This chest
hiding?
is for various tools used at the mill. Nothing interesting. This chest is for various
Okay.
tools used at the mill.
Locker.
Nothing interesting.
Those are shelves, not a locker.
You study the
But
cabinet. Among various krinkas, old pots, and birch bark containers, you find a sack with silver rubles. It might be of some use to you.
a tall earthen vessel used to hold milk or other dairy products. Sure, we'll
You
take the money.
choose to take the money. The miller will hardly miss it.
Yeah, we'll steal from an old mill. Like the dude paid us to be here anyways, but we're not gonna steal from like an altar in the woods meant for a forest spirit. We're not doing that. We're not that silly. Though we are racking up sins. That might not be a great idea. What is the herb doing? Adam's head. That was not Adam's head on the floor.
A
Rift.
broken block of wood is near the wall. It seems to be part of the windmill's mechanism and the reason why the grindstones are standing still. Through a hole in the wall, you see the woods of Chirdim.
Here outside. Oh, there's a lot of demons on that windmill. Oh, there's a big demon on that windmill. Hi. Hello, friends. Boss battle time? Boss battle time.
I expected to see a wretched
13th
old man,
brother.
not a beautiful maiden. Why are you here then?
Short, Miller, let's fight.
And I didn't expect to meet a demon speaking the common tongue. I'm an apprentice witch. Who are you?
Ha! A demon, you say? Oh, you see, maiden, I'm not a common short.
I can see that.
I'm known as the 13th brother. I am the guardian of the village, the forest, and the secret hidden garden and its heart. I'm also the guardian of this windmill.
Interesting. From the sounds of it, it keeps speaking as if like the forest guardians are like a different type of spirit than demons. Like they're related but different species is kind of how they made it sound. But it seems like this is a demon that is also a forest spirit, so I'm not entirely sure about that now.
All of this is me, the unseen master, at your service.
What kind of name is that? The 13th brother?
Just dissing his name like that, huh?
It is a name whispered through time and across many lands, until it became my name, that is.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you the story if you want to hear it, of course. There is still time until the dawn.
Excuse me, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had to step away for a moment, but I'm back. There's still some time left until dawn, so he's going to tell us his story. Tell me,
Well,
I'm
come
curious.
on, then. Tell me. I'm a scholar of evil spirits and the demons of the world.
It is good to meet a sorceress that doesn't immediately hurl herbs and venomous phrases before engaging in the more sophisticated art of conversation. Very well. So you're interested.
I mean, yeah, I kind of want to learn your story. Like, why are you specifically named in such a way? Like, that's a very specific name. Also, I just should have punched the peasant, but I don't want to punch the demon that quickly. Like, are demons really that bad compared to some humans? Like, are you truly evil? I don't think you are. Like, that's not how this game is making it seem. Like, you can be mischievous, you can definitely be malicious, but you're not inherently evil. Anyways, I'm interested. Continue on.
Ago, I had 12 brothers.
Okay, that makes sense.
I was the 13th brother, the youngest.
Okay. Yeah, the name makes sense now.
At that time, there was a war, and we were enlisted, you might say. I served under the strongest and most capable commander.
Okay, and then you lost all 12 brothers, and you were the sole brother left?
He kept me alive, and so I became the last of my brothers, the 13th, and the only one remaining.
Okay, so that became your name?
After all those years, fate has brought me here.
And is our task going to be here to kill you or subdue you?
Why are you here, then?
How is this ending? Are we killing this demon, or are we subduing this demon and letting him live another day? Is that a choice we get, or do we have to commit murder? Or do we have to banish or something? The miller sent me.
Well, what do you want with the windmill, then?
Haven't you figured it out?
No.
Perhaps I was wrong about you.
Did the miller mess up? Did he not care for you properly.
I thought of you to be a strong witch, a master of wit, deduction, and intellect, one endowed with knowledge that others do not possess. I guess not.
Oh, excuse me.
The windmill is possessed. But is the demon's presence here as spontaneous as it appears to be? I must think about why he's here in the first place.
Okay, the miller's cursing. Lured by a sacrifice or no cross. Let's see. Oh, we have a new thing. In Perm, windmills are rarer sights than watermelons. This is because it is harder to catch the wind than it is to harness the powers of running water. Often, windmills were built with a moving roof that was operated with a special lever. The wind could be caught just so that the wind's blades could begin moving with optimal efficiency. The most effective kind of wind was not the strongest wind, but moderate wind. Before the revolution, blades were fitted with a special fabric. They were later fitted with plywood. Revolution. Okay. So... Okay. Mill that stood still. Okay, let's see. Pages, that's just our axe in there. Miller's cursing. I mean, there was no cross anywhere, so that could be it. But did the miller lure you here by a sacrifice? Like, there was something... We saw something about demons being... Kind of want to use a hint here. I feel like it's one of these two, but I'm not sure which. I think I'm going to use a hint. The windmill. Sacrifice. Sacrifices were commonly performed when constructing a mill so that the spirits would help the miller. The better the sacrifice, the better the windmill would work. Yeah, okay. I thought that was the case. I was thinking it was probably that one. But there's nothing in the page about windmills that says that they have sacrifices done for them. That would have been helpful information to know, but lured by a sacrifice.
Lured by a sacrifice. You've been here since your creation.
Yeah. I figured that was probably what was going on here, but I didn't know.
Well, you are knowledgeable indeed. Not to mention, I'm bound to this pitiful miller, but I desire a powerful master. Take me as your servant. My sacrifice will attract someone more agreeable. And you will have both your reward from the miller and the reward of my presence.
Agree. Yep, I'm sure, we get a new cool demon. Sure, agree.
Well, so be it. I could use a chort like you, if not just for the conversation.
Wait, perhaps you are not as strong as you seem.
Are you going to make me prove myself to you in combat?
There is yet to be such a Khaldun who can outmatch the 13th brother.
Yes. We're not avoiding boss fights. Miller's Chort. Master. What are we doing? He's doing 5 damage 2 times, and he's got 50 health. So we need to block 10. Let's see, what can we do here? Firm, well-versed, it does 2 damage. Plus it will get extra damage depending on what we use. Verahale. Avdelay. Kuda, I guess. That'll get us enough block and we'll do a little bit of damage back. Sure, boss battle time, let's go. Verahel, Avdelai, Ruda. Come at me with your 13th claw. That's it, we still have Bless, which means we still do extra damage. And once again, he's coming at us for 10. Firmer the Stone's not going to be super helpful right here. Firm, well-versed, 2 damage, 3 damage, plus it will do extra. I'm getting hit here. There's no escaping it. I can block most of it, but not all of it. Urazi, Avdale, Raba. We'll take 2 damage, but we'll do a little bit back. Come at me. And Bless runs out. Okay. Master. All minions disappear when this demon dies. Eternal, unremovable. Okay, so that just means it's a demon. It's a boss monster. It doesn't have any minions, but if it did, they would disappear with it. Okay, we have that. Ooh, that's a lot of damage we're about to do. Nava, Urazi, Keytongue, firmer than stone. We're doing 11 damage, but we're taking 10. Oh no. Adam's head. This is gonna hurt. Good thing we have a whole lot of healing items. Okay, we've done 20 damage.
You are so arrogant. Do you really think you can defeat this ancient spirit?
I'm gonna try.
Yes, my book will help me.
This can't be.
Okay, we get lore bits during the fight. Oh, what's going on up here? Well-versed and... Oh, he's gonna shield for 13. Deadly dozen. Why do we... Those are staying, but we still have the extra slots. I thought they took up their spot. So that means we're already doing 4. I kind of want to use Igla just to heal a little bit back up. Scorch it. Scorch it. Igla. We don't need to shield because he's not attacking. So we're doing 6 waste, which means 6 damage over time. 6 damage is going straight at him, and we're healing up 1. You're gonna use up an Adam's head right now, just to make sure. Nava. Scorch it. Scorch it. That's a cool symbol. Okay, he's got 6 waste right now. Deadly dozen.
It is a legendary artifact.
Yes, yes it is, and we've unlocked the first seal.
I never gave up before, and I'm not going to now.
Come at me, brother. Okay, he's doing 10, which means we're definitely living right now. He's gonna take 5 damage, which is going to ignore the defense. Which means he's dropping down to 13. I can get an extra waste on him, which means he'll go down to 8 waste. We'll give him 10 damage. And I can block most of the damage. Attacking right now is pointless. I can't break the shield anyways. Scorch it. Abdullah Rabba. Yeah. He dies this turn. Like, I need to do 3 damage. What is he doing? Demon Seals. Attacks seal a random page. Duration 6. Interesting. That's a kind of cool ability if it got used on me. But I'm not gonna let it. Igla. Urazi. Urazi. Igla. Scorch takes him down. What? Initiation is the achievement we just got. I didn't want to kill him. Game, you said I didn't have to kill him. Rude. Ooh, what do we get? George is the father. 3 bless, but it's well versed and we get more if we use more white cards. So it kind of seems like we're going down a black card route. We'll get that. You gained a level and grown in power. Thank you. You are now in the skills section of the menu. You can unlock new magic abilities. You can visit the section through menu at any time. With each level, you increase your health and gain knowledge points, which are necessary to unlock new abilities. As you increase your level, more and more demons will join your swarm. Some abilities unlock automatically at the moment of obtaining a certain level. So we have 1 skill point. Pages deal 1 more damage. Pages with shield increase their value by 1. Boldoon's trick allowing to change 1 card with a trump one. I could learn that one. That sounds kind of nice. Increase number of keys in your Zagaver by 1. Increase number of orders. Auto learn 5. Auto learn 19. Requires level 3. Requires level 3. I could get this Duroc, which sounds kind of cool. Number of active slots for items is increased by 1. Shop prices are reduced by 10. Increase the number of items that can be used per turn by 1. Visiting Hearsay 1. Visiting peasants bring 10 rubles more in gifts. That could be good. Draw an additional order page each turn. Draw an additional key page. Age creation cost reduced by 20%. That sounds like it could be nice. Ooh, and then we can actually get... And then we could get extra pages after each battle, too. Demons. Okay, Chorts. You can send 1 Chort on a meaningless job. Chort specialties and job types are visible. Immunology. But we don't have any Chorts yet. I think we're about to get our first one. I think I want to go Demonology. Actually, can I hold on to it for now? I think I can. 666 experience. Nice game.
You take the demon into your personal service.
Okay, we do have...
He will ask for work, like any other Chort. The mill is now without a spirit, but this is none of your concern.
Okay, his favorite occupation is to interfere with the work of the peasants, so he knows all about housekeeping and farming. Resistance to status ward. Okay. We got a new Belichka. Demons at the mill. Not long ago, there was a rich man who lived in the village. He had a watermill. One day he fell ill and found himself at death's door. He told his worker, "Gather 3 horses and take me to the mill, for I will die today." The assistant did as he was told. As he was riding home, he thought to himself, "How did my master know that he would die today?" He called his horses to a stop and rode back to the mill. When he arrived, he peered quietly through the window. What did he see but his master just sitting there, crying bitterly? Just then, a trapdoor to the cellar opened, and several devils emerged. They tore the master's skin open and ate his flesh. Then, one of the devils possessed the miller by crawling into the skin that was left over. Okay, then. Interesting. Pester with Chorts. Old Igor has passed on to you his pester full of Chorts. You now have a number of Chorts yearning for mischief. Be careful, idle Chorts torment their Koldoon masters. It takes some time for Chorts to do their job, a day or more. Each location has a specific type of job, hunger, strife, corruption, etc. Each Chort has a job preference. You can discover it by learning a specific skill. Chorts perform better with their job of choice and worse with the ones they hate. In order for Chorts not to torment you and steal your health, don't forget to give them jobs every morning. Okay, so 13th brother. His favorite occupation is to interfere with the work of the peasants, so he knows all about housekeeping and farming. What can we send you to do? Okay, so we can send him on send torrential brains, steal a cow from the herd, boil the rye, and we'll gain money, number of days, and, some sins for everything we do. But I can't currently send the 13th brother right this second. We're gonna have to hold off on that. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Duroc thing. Get a trump card in a battle. We'll go with that first. We only have the 1 demon as it stands. Can I not send you right now? No, I can only send you in the morning, it looks like. Exit. Return home. This is going on a lot longer than I was hoping for, but I think... Chapter 1. How to kidnap from Abanya. There we go. That's a good stopping point, I think.
And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
And you know what? I think I'm going to end off right here. We'll get up into what's happening here next time. But we've already gone well over time. So it's probably best to just end things off. actually. I could just keep going and just split this into two. Gonna make it a lot... Sure, we'll do this, and I might just... I'll look into splitting this at two. No, ignore what I just said. And then he disappeared. He won't be interfering with work at the windmill anymore.
So, you took up a new chore.
Yep.
Hope it doesn't backfire.
I kind of hope so, too.
Well, while you were gone, I had some thoughts about the seals.
And what thoughts would those be?
Every single piece has its meaning, and every seal requires a demon.
Okay.
The second one is the aspen one. We'll have to think what to do next.
Yeah. Seal of Asp. Other seals. Let's get to work.
The first seal was opened by touch, and that was all. How do I open the second?
Good
Well,
question.
Not by simply touching the asp, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think we need evil spirits.
Okay, we need to defeat evil spirits. So there's going to be a spirit for every type. I think we had discussed this before, but we didn't say down outright that it was what we were doing.
So we'll find the aspen demons.
Okay.
Where do you think we can find them, Grandfather?
I don't know yet. I'll have to think on it.
Yeah, we're gonna-
Go deal with the things you can at the moment, and let me think.
Okay, so we're going to be... Demon hunting is going to be like the main thing in this game. Unsurprising. Other
Can we open
seals.
the others right away?
I'm assuming they have to be opened in order.
I doubt that, but who knows? Look around a bit, and maybe you'll fortune upon the right chart.
Interesting. Would we be able to do stuff out of order if we did stuff in a different order than we're meant to? Could we do that? The fact that it's worded like that makes me think that it's possible. But that could just be like, sure, in universe it might be possible, but probably not. It would be really cool if I could, though. Even if I don't end up doing it, it would just be cool to have the option. Anyway, let's get to
I
work.
see. Time to get to work then.
Oh, Oh, is this our demon friend?
The shorts are back.
Ooh, new encyclopedia entry. What do you say? Koldun Familiars. After his initiation, a Koldun receives not only the knowledge and power of a sorcerer, he also receives his familiars, imps known as Bess or Chort. To the uninitiated, these demons appear in many different forms, as stained glass, bugs, or other insects. Okay, then. That doesn't really make much sense right there. They can also appear as little human-like creatures, with the body of a man, the head of a mouse, and the arms of a frog. Interesting description. Familiars can be werewolves, cursed men, heretics, the unholy dead, or kikimoras. Okay. In the forest, the Koldun can be aided by werewolves and wedding guests that have been transformed into bears. What are some of these myths? Like, why that specific? Werewolves can be distinguished from regular wolves by their eyes, which burn red. A Koldun's imp familiars must always be occupied by work, or else they will cast curses on people or animals. This is why the Koldun, to keep them busy, sends his familiars to make ropes out of the sand, count the leaves of the trees, or empty the sea with a teaspoon. Okay, so busy work goes to, Ooh, we have a whole lot of shorts, actually. We'll get to you in a moment. But, so, just send your shorts to do something silly, and, it will keep them busy for a little while, I guess.
I sent them to perform an arduous task. That's why they weren't around.
Okay, so we got knocked out after becoming a Koldun, so, Igor dealt with them for a little bit.
Now I should give them tasks?
Yes, that's how it works.
Well, what did you expect?
Yeah.
You knew what you signed up for.
I mean, yeah.
Everything has a price, especially wishes. If you don't want them to torture you, send them to curse people. That's the life of a Khaldun for you.
Yeah.
And if I don't want to curse anyone?
Interesting thought. This game has choices. If I wanted to go for a zero sin route, I'm assuming it would be a lot harder on myself because we have to have demons. It seems like they're probably going to be like taking health away or stuff like that. Maybe some money of some sort. So actively choosing to take the pain on yourself instead of sending them out to curse other people would give you less sins, because we saw that it gives you sins to do so. But it would be actively detrimental and would only be good for a truly good route, it seems like. But it seems like it would actually be possible. And I think what I read said that there are actual ending differences depending on how you play. So you could do a purely good person who never sends the demons out to harm another person, and that would be kind of interesting.
Then suffer. These demons won't leave you alone.
I've seen them before in your bested. Not often, though.
Now you will see them plenty. You can observe our entire gubernia in your bested. In the end, you decide what you do with those chords of yours.
Okay. Gubernia, a major administrative subdivision of the Russian Empire. Okay.
God help us.
Okay. Oh, we have a lot of visitors for the next day. But this is probably a pretty good place to end things off. I just want to... Oh, okay. Oh! Okay, I see how it works. So the 13th brother isn't resistant to ward. But I'm assuming ward is a good thing for us. And if we don't send him, then we can't use it. And we'll get less defense if Matvey here isn't sent. Ivashka will take away health. And Fyodor will take away our damage. Interesting. And then we have a whole lot of stuff we could send them to do. And then when they each... I'm assuming what that means is Matvey here has a -1 hourglass. I'm assuming that means it takes one less day for them to work and they give extra money. Extra money, extra sins, extra money, extra sins, extra money, extra sins. Okay. Definitely wishing a little bit more I got the demonology skill. But that might be our next thing. Seems like bosses are going to give us like 600, and everything else is going to be a little bit less than that. So the more bosses we beat, obviously we're going to get stronger a whole lot faster. Igor has some stuff to tell us.
The moment I became a Khaldun, I saw the Uyezd in a completely different light.
And might as well go through this. I think I'm already splitting this in half anyways.
There is no such place where a demon wouldn't hide. You
Yeah?
just noticed your own chords are also a giant pain.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, demons. Yeah, they're a pain in the butt. How did you not notice this? About old Igor, demons at the windmill, your own shorts.
How
Igor.
did you come to be a Khaldun, Grandpa?
Well, told you the other day about the demon stealing Timofey.
Yeah. Come on.
That's the reason for it.
Yeah.
Fighting the pointy-tailed.
Yeah. We know that
I heard
part.
once that shepherds are no worse. So I became a shepherd boy, helped Prokopy, the holy fool. I shouldn't mention him at night. Knew his way around the forest, that one, and how to find lost cattle. So
Okay.
I studied under him. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll tell you later how I received my knowledge. It's not like I got it from him, anyway. Had to bust my butt. In any case, see how I managed to teach you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, like, yeah, I became a shepherd because I heard they were knowers. Turns out they weren't. But hey, I managed to teach you, so I'm pretty good at that. Prokopy.
I do, Grandpa. What kind of man was he, that Prokopy?
Not a kind man at all, but of great knowledge.
Okay.
Cursed a lot of people.
Bad person.
Practically
Okay.
earned a living that way.
Kind of tempted to do the same, but we're gonna... we might be going for a bad route.
Nearly cursed me once.
Shepherds.
Shepherds really knowers?
What makes you think they aren't? Why don't you try finding all the cattle in the forest without a demon's help?
Sounds like a fair enough assessment, yeah. I can imagine animals hide very well in the woods.
One has to know how to ask the old man of the forest for help. And in case a demon steals a cow or something, you have to be able to get it back.
This is gonna make me feel a little bit worse once I actually send a demon to go steal a cow or something. But
You'll have to learn. What did you think? Shepherds lie on their backs all day.
well, I mean, if they did, that wouldn't be great because the animals would just escape. So no,
You wish.
go back. Demons at the
Demons
windmill.
are the one turning the grindstones at the mill.
Well, the miller won't turn them, that's for sure.
Okay.
Can't the wind spin them? Do you have to use demons everywhere? It's dangerous, and a sin to boot.
Yeah, this is an interesting world, an interesting like mythology and culture, I guess. It was like there are natural things, but they don't work on their own. Demons and spirits have to help it along. It's kind of interesting that that happens a lot in like different cultures. All have very similar storytelling and of the like. Interesting that it happens everywhere, basically.
Well, what did you expect? It will soon be the 20th century.
20th century, so it's totally modern day, totally not like 100 and some on years ago at this point. Like 140, I think. Like we're 1870 something. I don't remember.
The demons might make it easier. If they can start making flour, who knows? Maybe we can teach them to reap too. You've heard of steam engines? Huh? I think there's a steam chart inside, like the one you can find in a samovar.
Okay. I kind of like that explanation of how steam engines work. I'm kind of a fan of that one. Yeah, those don't just work on their own. There's a tiny little demon inside, and it makes the whole thing run. What about your own
How did
chores?
you manage your own chores?
Nothing to it, really. Just give them something to do. The only thing is they can't manage every task well.
Yeah, we've already been warned about that, where some demons are better at other stuff.
Their job is to read
Oh, Morteshka.
havoc. They don't like any other sort.
Okay. We'll talk about it later. Thank you, Igor. Onomasticon. Little men. Once we asked a Koldun to show us his imps. He was nice and drunk. It was around Maslenitsa time. He waved at us. I'll show you, but don't be frightened. Each had on blue short pants and red shirts. They stood in a line like little men, about 70 centimeters tall. They didn't walk, but hopped about. And when the Koldun gave an order, the wind started to howl. I'll send them to the forest to count the needles on the pines, and when they're needed, I'll call out, and the wind will blow them back to me. He sighed bitterly. The imps ask incessantly for work. What work? It's absurd. Once I took them to mow. Come the next morning, the grass was waist high again. Their true calling is to cast curses on people. But the more you curse, the more imps you get. It's torture. Okay. I'm curious if that comes into play. Like, the more you curse, the more imps you get. I'm curious if the more sins we get, if we'll naturally just accrue more chores. Or if we'll have to go out of our way to get more. Interesting. There's still a whole lot more I don't know about how this is going to play out. But I'm curious what the max level is going to be. Like, right there it says level 15. Level 19 to get extra keys. Curious how far, like, level-wise and length-wise this game is going to go. I didn't look into anything like that beforehand. So, I have no idea how long the series is actually going to run for. But, anyways, I managed to, like, spread this out for another few minutes so I could have 2 40-minute episodes. Yay! But, anyways, with that all said and done, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have. and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.